What's going on, guys? It's been another video, but it's time for the Hulkbuster Smash Up set review. That's not right. Okay, hold on. There we go. The War-Machinebuster set review for Avengers Endgame. This is the third set I'm reviewing for the Endgame lineup, and the figures we have here are the two Outriders, Ant-Man, and War Machine in their Quantum Realm suits. And it's kind of funny to be reviewing this set right after I just finished painting the Mark 85 suit for my Avengers Endgame showcase. So yeah, man, let's get into this set review. So first up, we have War Machine in his Quantum Realm suit. Not entirely a fan of the new faceplate. I mean, that is technically accurate to the actual movie, but I'm not a fan of it. I like the additional black design for the faceplate. Like, you have the sides that are painted in black, and up to the actual facial slip, where it is also black, where it would normally be silver, like with the War Machine suit from the Avengers. No, not Avengers. Captain America Civil War set. I don't remember what that set was called, but I do have the helmet. This helmet I think would have worked a lot better than this helmet. And just to prove my theory there, look at that helmet on there. That looks so much better than this, but I do appreciate Lego's use of a new helmet. I mean, it is accurate to the actual movie, the on-screen appearance, but let's look at the head under that helmet. Here we have our first Rhodey HUD painted, printed on the actual face and the head. And turning that head around, you get Steve Harvey. If you just put a mustache that's non-stop on above the mouth there. But I'm gonna get into my full depth opinion on these Quantum Realm suits when I'm doing the Captain America Outrider attack. But let's get a look at the back real quick for you guys, so that way you guys don't entirely skip out on seeing the Quantum Realm suit. So next we have Ant-Man with his new Ant-Man helmet that I am really happy with. At first I was a little skeptical, but then I was like, oh my god, the printing is so good, so accurate. You don't have that gap in there between the mouth and the eyes and the nose anymore. And you do have the sculpting on this helmet. It looks like it was exactly designed for Ant-Man, and I believe it was. Now it's molded in chrome, rather than that yellow that was used for Firefly from the DC classic sets. But the head I'm also not too a fan of, because it doesn't look like Paul Rudd. You do get this hairpiece with it, and I don't like it. It just bothers me, this head. And I know the head is going to be used on like a Peter Parker for the Spider-Man Far From Home sets, and I mean, that looks a little bit more like Tom Holland, but I'm not a fan of this head, man. So just putting that helmet back on to clean my eyes. This is the same exact Quantum Realm suit as it was on War Machine, so just getting you guys another good look at that back there. And it was a great back design for this this figure, as it is for all the Quantum Realm suits, because then you also have the figures from the Ultimate Quinjet set, and you had all the characters with that torso except for those Chitauri soldiers, and then you also have Cap from the Captain America Outriders attack. But anyway, this Outrider is different from past Outriders only because of this shoulder piece and these Wolverine claws. These are new gold molded Wolverine claws instead of silver than they normally are. And just getting some better light there. you can see the great design that's been on these torsos since 2018. These are the same Outriders from 2018, getting you guys a good look at that back. I'm not entirely covering this right now, but the I never had many shoulder pieces like that, so it's great to have it in this set, although I'm not a fan of it. Well, it's not that I'm not a fan of it, it's just that it just looks awkward. If you had shoulder pads for both sides, it probably would have been better. But anyway, going on to this Outrider, it's the same one from the 2018 sets, 2018 Infinity War sets. So there's not too much for me to cover on this. I'm gonna get into the build now. So moving all those figures aside, there we have the War-Machinebuster. And I forgot to mention that War Machine actually does have like the mounted gun on his back, like he does in, like I think he does in the movie, and it's just basically a clear 1x2 neck brace with a black 1x2 clip piece, and that goes on there. And basically what the box has it displayed as is you take the stud shooter from here and put it on that clip piece on his back, and then you take the other one from the other hand and put it in War Machine's actual hand. And just having this like this bothers me, and just looking at it from the side also bothers me. But anyway, if you don't know how stud shooters work, you push down on the gray lever and it fires. Great. I'm gonna put those back on the wrists where they were, or whatever you call that part of the hand. Just moving that back there as well. You do have the inside space for War Machine, just opening all of that up. That's already open. And lifting up the dome piece. That is all printed. Sticker here, sticker here, sticker in the crotch area, sticker on these two shoulders, one there and one there. But anyway, you do have the 8 extra studs that this set comes with, and it goes like right there. I guess it's supposed to be like some extra ammo for like if War Machine's running out, you can just reload everything. But anyway, War Machine fits like that in there. Not sure if that is actually the way he's supposed to fit in there with the actual thing on there, and I think it is actually, because that's the way it's displayed on the box art, but I don't really care about the box art. Anyway, so he does fit in nice and perfectly in there. As you can see on the shoulder, there is like a minigun 6 shooting stud 6 stud shooter minigun on the shoulder. So if you don't know how the minigun 6 stud shooter works, you turn this thing with the axle that goes all the way through there, all the way to this, and makes a thing turn and fires a stud. Got that one. Got that one. Got those two. And that one. And then that one. Oh, I got them all. Not reloading that right now. We're going to go on to the actual flick fire missiles that are a pain to fire, man. I did my first take of this video, and I just lost one of them, thankfully. But if you don't know how flick fire missiles work, it's basically in the name. You flick them and they fire somewhat effectively. Not a huge fan of them. I used to just push them as hard as I could, so that way they would fire as fast as possible, and it kind of just does work a little bit. Not really, but it does sort of work. There are some articulation in the arms here. There is like a articulation point there, and then there's a ball joint for like the armpit section. And then for some reason Lego has his arm always bent, and that kind of bothers me. I mean, not as much as it might bother some other people, but maybe it's that way in the actual movie, but that would just be weird. But honestly, this is probably one of my favorite sets for the Avengers Endgame lineup. But anyway, showing all you guys that point of articulation along with the fingers. They do articulate as well. And something I noticed with both the War-Machinebuster and Igor, if I can just get him for a second. You have like what you would use for like a mini, like a mini like car thing, and then it would just okay, just broke that off, and you just have the thumbs clipped to that. I mean, with the Hulkbuster, you have it like this. It goes up and down like that, and that's how I thought it would work with this, but for some reason it doesn't. It goes like that, and that kind of also bothers me, because this looks normal. That looks awkward. But anyway, moving on from that, you can articulate both the thigh area in and out, and those are two stickers right there, and there for those like knee pads. And I forgot to mention, there's a sticker here and symmetrically on the other side of the shoulders, and then a sticker there and a sticker there. And then there are some like toe articulation there. You can move that up and down along with that going from side to side, so you can just get that like that, and then just have him in a really nice awkward position like that. There's your War-Machinebuster. So yeah, so comparing it to Avengers Endgame, not Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, so used to saying Endgame now, Avengers Infinity War Hulkbuster, in terms of firepower, War-Machinebuster has more of it, because you have the flick fire missiles, the stud shooting minigun, and you have the actual stud shooters. With this Hulkbuster, you basically just have this, where you can just take this piece off and just do that. Not too much of a fan of that. You can't really make the awkward position that the War-Machinebuster can. I mean, you sort of can, but yeah. But there are some similarities between the two, like the dome piece, same sculpt, different mold in terms of color. Like that area, like these two pieces, these two red pieces, there's light gray, two light gray pieces on the sides there that I remember building with this. So if you look at it, it doesn't look too different from the front, but I guess Lego didn't just want to take one of these and then just replace all the red pieces with dark and light gray ones, which I'm glad they didn't do that, because I'm glad we got this build. This build is so much better than this one, but there are articulated toes with this one, just like that one, sort of, not really. But getting into the closing segment there, I'm just going to reload this while I stall, trying to talk as much as I can, while actually putting the studs back. And if you guys haven't noticed, I have been skipping some skits for practically every set review, and I'm probably going to skip the skit for this review as well. But I'm probably just going to do a video where I just talk about like what am I supposed to talk about, man? Where I talk about just about things. What was I talking about? I completely forgot, man. Oh, where I just do a whole skit video for the Avengers Endgame sets, trying to incorporate all these sets as much as possible, along with maybe not even just the builds of those sets, and maybe just the minifigures. I'll try to see if I can come up with a good, funny enough skit where it's like I'm actually playing with my figures. And actually, building these sets made me kind of actually want to play with them. So yeah. But anyway, getting into that closing segment, I got this set for $27. Now, is it worth $27? Frick yeah, man. I mean, you get the new Ant-Man helmet, you get the new molded War Machine helmet, you get 2 Outriders, and you get a really awesome build, man. And I really think it's worth it, despite the problems with not being able to move the wrist the same way the Hulkbuster can. But you still have all those great features that I showed to you, like the minigun, the flick fire missiles, the stud shooters, the really weird thumb that I don't like. That just bothers me so much. But yeah, man, I think if you have the $27 to spare and you want to pick up a really great Avengers Endgame set, do it, man. Do what you need to do if you want a really cool Endgame set. So, with all that said, we are going to segue into the end of this video. So I'll see you guys in the next review. Okay, bye-bye.